Welcome to the first ever episode of Raccoon on the Street. Today I'm going to be talking about Akudama Drive. It sounds like I'm saying that wrong. Pretty sure it's Akudama Drive. Anyway, it sounds like Akudama Tata. But anyway, Akudama Drive, if you don't know what it is, it's like post-war apocalyptia. It's like Cyberpunk 2077 with like the flashiness of like Persona 5, but like over the top. We'll get into like the action scenes and art in a second, but there's a lot of cool things about this. The writing's pretty good, and the show is also super silly, and I'll get into that in a second. The transitions alone are cool. The transitions either being from a CRT TV or just dropping in all the assets of the next scene and then dropping in everybody else. It's done really well and super seamlessly. The city looks very neon, and I'm not gonna lie, the trash looks delicious. The trash looks delicious. Seriously, I would eat all the trash there. Anyway, that doesn't not come with some of its own tropes. You have the strong guy, the crazy guy, the hacker guy, and the woman with the big boobs who's sort of like a Tsunade murderous lady, which is still anime. But at least it's not a reincarnation anime. Thank God. I mean, the anime goes for like about 12 episodes, which is super worth it. All 12 episodes are pretty satisfying. They get more development than most shows do in 50 episode animes. So highly recommend for many reasons. Not only because you can watch it in like an afternoon if you really wanted to, but also because, well, let's go into the other reasons. The combat is way over the top. Whether or not you want to talk about each character, but I could just point out alone the courier character as the dumbest combat, riding a motorbike, and it's apparently the most equipped motorbike you could ever see. Latching onto objects, people, firing rail guns, and he can apparently just make that thing move in midair, so that alone is a like, trust me, that alone is a good reason to watch. The story's nothing groundbreaking. It's a post-war dystopia ruled by a shady government organization, which is, you know, it's what it is, you know, and I don't hate that. I think that's a pretty cool concept, to be honest. Is it a trope? Sure. Is it better than, like, you know, many of the other tropes? Yeah. It leaves open for some pretty cool ideas. You know, we've seen it all before, but it's executed super well. The ending actually lands really hard. The payoff for watching 12 episodes is massive compared to a lot of animes. So I do highly recommend it. You know, it's not the go until it can't go any longer. It's very much a definitive 12 episodes. I haven't read the manga. I have to say, clarify. Sorry. I've not read the manga before anybody asks. But on that note, have you read the Gantz manga? Highly recommend. Overall, Akudama Drive is cohesive, stylish, and it's just honestly a fun ride. The character development throughout the 12 episodes is great for all of the characters. And truly in the last couple episodes, you just don't expect a lot of what happens to happen. It's underrated, I think, compared to a lot of recent releases in the last few years. This review being in like 2025. It's funny because I think Akudama Drive is actually really high up there for me, having not seen it, and then I've not talked to anybody. Nobody was brought it up when I talk about anime. Everybody's talking about like My Hero Academia and Attack on Titan and One Piece and all this stuff, and nobody ever talks about this. They should. It's well worth the watch. Probably because it didn't have a Titan-sized marketing budget. Yes. That was a joke. If you want a short, satisfying thrill ride, jump in there, get a little bit of that Akudama Drive, and definitely don't watch it with kids. Wouldn't recommend it. More than one beheading. I would give it probably an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I would binge with some street food found in the corner of an old ramen shop. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Catch me on twitch.tv/Rakka Yurei _ I forgot it for a second. All right. Bye, guys.